hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie. We're going to look at did Meghan, in fact, pay for this trip herself? I know we all know the answer to that, but you know, we'll give it a go anyway. Let's get on with it then. So did Meghan pay for their trip to Colombia? It looks like, at the very least, okay, that they've paid for two things, okay, maybe. So committing oneself to this, which is probably why right up to the last minute financially we picked up that, you know, there was a bit of a discrepancy. Did Colombia pay for Meghan and Harry? Well, I'm getting lies here, okay, so I just feel like the truth hasn't been told. As you know, instead of announcing it before they went, saying that, you know, they've paid for it, etc., they've waited and only done it in return because of an uprising. There's an uprising in Colombia and it needs to be quietened down. The main focus of contention is that Colombia spent so much money, allegedly 1.5 million, on these two. So we're not, you know, I do feel like this is also being a bit cooked up as well. Cooking the books. Did Invictus contribute to this farce in Colombia? Well, there's a bit of stress here, okay, regarding Invictus, and it's like, it's not actually clear, so they're not going to make it clear whether they've used Invictus funds. I think they don't know what they're doing, they don't know what to say, you know, like anything, it's ad hoc with them, isn't it? Did Netflix pay any money for this trip? I do see that there could be an element of Netflix in this. It's like, don't ask. Please don't ask about Netflix, whether they paid or not. Don't ask. So what we've got Meghan and Harry, we've got Colombia, we've got Invictus, we've got Netflix. Am I missing anybody else? Was the, you know, any other funding? Did American taxpayers contribute to this for Meghan and Harry? Strange, very strange, okay, because I get a fear of poverty. No, I think the government would have advised not to go. If they was going through the government, they would have been advised not to go. Kind of feel here that American taxpayers' money isn't all it's cracked up to be, okay? So you've got a partnership here, you know, needing. So let's have a look then. Yes or no? Did Meghan persuade the VP to go along with this charade that they've paid for it? Absolutely. And for the reasons that I've said. So with this one, for me, the magician, I just feel like they've had all the tools at their disposal. Okay, so they've got everything to make this look like they paid, or that it can be done easily, and wanting to wow people. I don't believe it. I really do not believe it. And at the same time, you know, to say afterwards, no one's going to believe them anyway. Like I said, if they did it beforehand, would have all gone, wow, and it's a private tour, and nobody would be bothered. But instead, they've done it after there's a lot of hoo-ha and stuff in the media. What did Meghan and Harry promise the VP? That they put out this statement, and after that there should be no more. They put out the statement. After that there should be no more. So they're hoping it was going to go away. Can anybody prove that Meghan and Harry are lying? I see that the VP, and there's no way on earth Meghan and Harry would have paid for all that army stuff. There's no way. The VP is the host, so she would make sure that they've got somewhere to sleep. There's a potential that they paid for their flights. But this is just deception. Kidding oneself. Did Meghan and Harry pay for their own flights? No. Now, they've dropped themselves in it because apparently the VP is saying about I think somebody's going to come out with this about the flights, okay? I just do. I feel like that. So it's either that they've, you know, borrowed a plane. Did they borrow a plane? We're certainly looking at, you know, at barren lands. Did they? I told you before, I think it, you know, it was all done at last minute, where the plane was concerned. And another thing, you know, when the plane enters Colombian airspace, then the onus is on the VP to make sure that them's safe. So do you remember when I said before about the problem with the plane? I said last minute, you know, they got news. What was the problem with the plane? Well, there's more to this than meets the eye. We said there was a problem. So what their problem is that they was kidding themselves or deceiving themselves about something. But also as well, this is something that they would never want to come out. Never want to come out about this plane. So there is something there. Whether it be Harry was ill or panicking or stuff. Was Harry panicking on this plane? Now, there was trouble. There was trouble with it, okay? Needing to speak to somebody, needing, could be being late. I'm not seeing them being late, but it wouldn't surprise me. There was a problem. There was a problem. Gossip and trouble, gossip and trouble. Trying to stay ahead. So it's about negotiating as well. Negotiating. So did the VP provide Harry and Meghan with a plane? Strange. All I can say is that, you know, skips one to the other. So I think they went on a second plane. Because we've got a damaging situation. So we all know that Harry was panicking on this plane trip on the way there. And just to show, you know, how was the flight on the way home for Harry? How did he see it? There's an element of not knowing here. A disagreement, look. Okay, so did Harry travel separately from Meghan? No. But I do feel like, you know, they was making demands on this plane, what they wanted, and then it was not what they got. Tell me more about this one. What is it that you want me to look beneath? Seeing is not believing. Yes or no, did Meghan and Harry concoct this story for Columbia and all the money it cost? I just feel like the VP, I feel like Columbia paid for it, you know, the majority. They might not have paid for a flight, but in some news articles, it actually says that, and they'll pay for their food, you know. You expect me to believe that, or anyone else? I know they paid, so they paid money to Archewell. Did they pay money to Archewell? Did they contribute? No. I mean, all that security, you know, all that security must have cost a bomb. I think they're very clever, you know. We're looking at this VP flight, then we're looking at the security. The host, the VP is the host. She would have hosted them and give them somewhere to stay. So she wouldn't have made them pay for that. To me, it doesn't look like 1.5 million for 4 days. So I'm just wondering, okay, if we have a bit of a fraud situation going on. So is there a bit of fraud going on with this 1.5 million? Absolutely, absolutely. You know, pandering it and making it to the burdens of the people, but demanded by the VP as well. the burden. So, you know, obviously they did have to pay for an awful lot. You know, is it true or false that this cost Colombia anywhere up to 1.5 million, as said? You know, I mean, I know it might be less and it's a bit exaggerated. 1.5 million in 4 days. I tell you what, I take my hat off to you, Megan. I know no one on this earth who could have a trip like that and it cost 1.5 million. I mean, Christ, that's even if you divide it by 4, so what you got? 725, 350, 360, 370, you know, £370,000 a day. Yeah, she's definitely under pressure. So is the VP lying about Meghan and Harry covering the costs? Is she lying? Is she lying? Absolutely. And do you know what? She's going to get found out because where's the 5 of Wands that we had? Yeah, someone unprofessional is going to leak it. Maybe, you know, the reason why Harry didn't like the plane was because this isn't what they wanted, you know, possibly a Ryanair situation, you know, flights from and to Colombia. How did Harry and Meghan feel about the first plane, okay, the first plane that they travelled in to Colombia? How did they feel? How did they feel? Yeah, they weren't happy, was they? You know, you got lovers there reversed, and you've got lovers there very demanding, you know, an absolute burden. It wouldn't surprise me, you know, if the VP sent one plane and then had to send another. Who do you think you are, you know? We are Sansa. We are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Our husband is, you know, fifth in line to the throne. Okay, so all in all then, because I'm getting lies here, I do feel like that's cooking up something. I'm also getting being your worst enemy, so, you know, trying to go for it. Bleed the system dry. How is it, you know, that Meghan and Harry do all these like tours or whistle stop tours, and Netflix get nothing, you know, do Netflix. And it's not their first time, is it? It's not the first time that they've done this. And you think, well, why would you do this, you know? How did, you know... So, does Netflix benefit from the Colombia tour? And if so, how? Well, of course, I want, you know, people to speak good things about them, you know, a celebration. You get nights out and stuff. So is she trying? She's with friends, isn't she? I think Netflix feel it's a bit difficult. Meghan must be friends with somebody, and maybe even Harry too. It's in Netflix's interest to want to see Harry and Meghan become popular. Wrong way, by the way. Okay, but it is in their, you know, remit. They want them to be popular because obviously they don't do very well. And any shows they do is all about slagging the royals off. Why does, you know, Netflix actually allow Meghan and Harry to go off and do their own things, like the CBS. Because they know they've got it wrong, you know. They know they've got it wrong. And you know what? I do believe in the paperwork somewhere for Netflix, you know. £100 million pounds or dollars, whatever, to these two grifters. And Netflix have got the paperwork wrong. Okay, so maybe it was agreed and Meghan said, well, no, you don't have exclusive rights. You know what she's like. You know that is possible. And I think it is. And I think they know they got it extremely, extremely wrong. And it pissed off as well the, you know, Netflix viewers. I have Netflix. I'm not getting rid of Netflix just because of one stupid documentary that I'll never ever click on, or movies that I never ever click on. What do we need to know then about... Will it be revealed in good time that Meghan and Harry didn't, in fact, pay for themselves and that it was left to everybody else? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. We're getting I like this idea as well. I do feel it's going to come out. Yes, I do. And I feel I've got a knight in shining armour here. So, you know, somebody who will speak the truth. But they're also, you know, on the other hand, I mean, they're just such liars. They're just such liars, you know. Will they be exposed? Yes, I definitely think so. Getting you know, maybe writing something or somebody who is a spokesperson for Meghan and Harry, who's maybe not supportive, or it could be a slip-up as well, you know, from certain people in Colombia. Will it leak from Colombia that Meghan is lying about covering her own costs? Not only that, guys, that she was paid as well, that she profited as well. You know, I have been funny, but that VP is, you know, notorious. She's got a bad reputation. She doesn't seem to be a fan of the people, you know, always closing herself off and trying to get security around her because she knows somebody might want to take her out. But yeah, they're in it for themselves. Look, money in the bank, money in the bank. Okay, so outcome then for this particular lie about, or this particular statement that Harry and Meghan paid for themselves. I mean, they've got, hey, you're trying to tell me Archewell paid for it? They didn't even get that income in a year, so that is absolute bollocks, okay? Unless they've transferred the money into the bank account, indirectly paid, or even made a donation, then I feel it's definitely going to come out. What would be the outcome for Meghan in this lying about funds? Oh, got to. We all know she's unreliable with the truth, you know, that... I'm getting something last minute here. I think even her own, you know, she gets caught out in this, she does. So I'm getting something, you know, insincere. She's a player, you know, it's a play, and a play on words as well. Okay, so whether it be directly or indirectly, I'm starting to think, you know, this will come out and Meghan will be get it. So we've got the Queen of Cups, somebody psychic and motherly. Maybe, you know, she tries to blame a woman. Or use the woman. So, you know, the Queen of Cups, are they talking about Diana there? Yes or no? No, I didn't think it was. She's been in our readings a couple of times now. And for the life of me, I can't remember who I said it was. So we saw that woman sat next to Harry, whether it be a translator or anything else. You know, maybe that could be something. I mean, Meghan, who looks after your kids? I just feel it was clarify this woman for me. So the outcome for Meghan is, oh, she gets exposed by this person. Meghan's not as nice, you know, off camera as she appears to be on camera. Now, this is a white woman as well. What will be the outcome for Harry in this, telling everybody they paid for it themselves? Frightened to death that they get caught out, you know, frightened to death. He's hoping it goes away after a few months. He absolutely knows that this has been the wrong decision right from the beginning, about going, about finances, about security. I mean, there's just no need for it. How is that painting the Colombian people like, you know, they're desperate enough to take somebody out, or, you know, I do know shit goes on in Colombia, but it does in every country as well, and not everybody is bad. I mean, I just see the poor women, that's all I get, the poor women. Plus, as well, I was right that she was an hour late for a school event. Apparently, it's the bongo drums, you know, just absolutely totally disrespectful. You can't wait for it to die down. I just think as well, you know, after that he needs another break. Okay, what will be the outcome for the VP and Lion? Yeah, she's going to need a doctor. She's going to need to up her security. She's not well at all. I can kind of see, you know, a bit of an illness here, and that's caused by, you know, the spite and the worry as well, and the social unrest. Perfect. She's dug her own grave. She's dug her own grave. You know, Harry feels have done more damage than necessary. How do the Colombian people feel about the VP saying they paid for it themselves? She might not have said it. It might have been, Harry and Meghan. Yeah, unreliable, being a Casanova, telling you what they think you want to hear. They're trying to wash it down that, it didn't cost Columbia much. So he's, it's a play on words, again, a play on words. Okay then, so what's the outcome for this? Will Meghan and Harry be exposed for the liars that they are? Beautiful. Okay, so this is my guy from, I think it's Josh. Is it Josh? No. Who is this man to the Sussexes? Whoever it is, like facts, somebody doing facts, so they know what they're doing. All you have to do in any crime situation, such as, drugs and fraud and stuff, is follow the money, follow the money. Everybody told you that, years ago when Meghan had to do the yacht girl thing, and she didn't have any kind of income, probably $5,000 for something. Now, there was a person, I can't remember the name, unfortunately, but I think it was a she, older, and she did a forensic accounting of her finances. So, you get in here that he's going to tell them the facts are reality. What you're saying is not reality. You should have just left it how it was and let the VP take the blame, because now they're going to be speculating, was it Archewell? I don't think so. It's got no money. Was it Netflix? No, they don't seem to profit from stuff, and we've seen before how Meghan likes to go off and do her own thing. Did they profit from Nigeria? No. I mean, what are these guys trying to accumulate, apart from... I still believe there's an element of politicalness here. It's a disgrace. So, what will be the next revelations? Final question. What will be the next revelations about Meghan and her trip? Oh, she thought she was the star of the show. Well, we already know that, so why are you telling me that? Going to make herself look good, look better. I don't think, it's about looks. And this woman's got breasts. That can't be Meghan. I know. Meow. But anyway, yeah, the star. I just think, how she's done lots of stuff to be in the limelight, and purely as well about getting her name in lights. Odd one. Maybe it's not odd that I'm going to say she kind of gets the star of her own show as well, maybe. I know she spoke Spanish. I actually practiced yesterday saying, welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. Anyway, I couldn't remember that. Buenvidos. Volcano, something, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know that she did that, but I also believe it as well that it was only one way. There's a difference between speaking it and ordering your food or a glass of wine or a taxi but then receiving that information back, she wasn't capable, so she's only learnt it one way. And believe me, she would have practiced and practiced and practiced. And another thing, so if you go on to like a Spanish, is it Spanish? Yeah, Spanish translator, the accent is exactly the same. You check it out and let me know in the comments, but you know, it is exactly the same. I've been watching, it's finished now, I'm gutted, but it was called The Velvet. I think it was on Netflix or Prime Video, I don't know. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was Spanish all the way through. They do speak fast. They do have an accent, but different to Megan's as well. She's gone off pronunciations rather than knowing the words itself. So and she didn't engage with others when they was talking Spanish to her. Only limit, maybe, you know, of it. I suppose we could all do that, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that's it from me on, you know, did they pay for their own trip? I don't think so. I think it's all concocted up, and then they've said something and now it's making things worse, and, you know, now it's gone beyond the point of return. So either way, they're going to look stupid as per usual. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.